Hey gang, Carl White here. All right, I've got a different topic today, and this is like some episodes are meant for some loan officers and not others, depending upon how long they've been doing it and whatnot. Let's talk about something that every single loan officer on planet Earth needs to that deals with. And what's the one thing that we all deal with? Frankly, everybody in sales is rejection. Rejection, but not the part that you might think, because it's not the fear of rejection that gets most loan officers. It's the feeling after you've been rejected, right? It's that feeling after you've been rejected. You know, the one you finally psych yourself up, you make the call, you're confident, you're ready, and then they hit you with, "Oh, we already have two lenders," or "I'm already good," or "Just email me something, call me in a few months, your rate's too high, I'm going with my bank," and click, right? And and suddenly your energy drops, confidence takes a hit, and instead of making the next call, you find yourself, well, let me go check my email, let me go scroll, reorganize my desk, mess with my CRM, working on my social media, anything that feels productive without risking another no. That right there, that's the real danger, because success isn't in this business is not about avoiding rejection. It's about shortening your recovery time after it. That's the whole episode. Shorten the recovery time. Again, the real problem isn't rejection, it's recovery time. I mean, let's call it what it is. Rejection is normal. If you're prospecting, you're going to get rejected, right? If you're not getting rejected, then you're not prospecting enough. So the rejection isn't the problem. The problem is the recovery time after the rejection. Here's what I mean. One no, like one rejection, one no, doesn't usually hurt you. But here's the thing, that one no might turn into 30 minutes of avoidance. That one no just stole half your morning. And worse, it steals momentum, because momentum is the asset, right? Momentum is the thing that makes prospecting easy. Momentum is the thing that makes you sound confident on the next call. Momentum is that thing that turns "I don't feel like it" into, let's do this thing, let's go. So when you lose momentum, you don't just lose time. I have found uh, we lose our edge. And I can tell you right now, the biggest difference between top producers and everyone else? Top producers don't get rejected less. Frankly, they get rejected more, a lot more. Just the difference is top producers just recover faster. They bounce back like it's nothing. And it's not because they're tougher, not because they're special, but because they've trained the skill. And the skill is simple. How do I how do I reset quickly and take the next rep immediately? How do I reset quickly and make that next prospecting call, that prospecting meeting? So, all right, Carl, why does rejection hit so hard? Well, let me explain what's actually happening here. Rejection is not a business problem; it's a nervous system problem, right? Your brain hears rejection and goes, "Oh, danger! A bear is chasing me. I'm going to get eaten by a tiger," right? And immediately it tries to protect you by doing something safer. That's why you thought might find that's why you suddenly feel the urge to, well, let me go check my email, let me go check the rates, let me go reorganize my notes or update my CRM or clean my desk or scroll social media stuff, or let me watch one more quick video. It's not because you're lazy, it's because your brain is trying to move you away from the discomfort. But here's the problem. The problem is this business pays you for doing uncomfortable things on schedule. And rejection, it's just part of the schedule. So the question is not, how do I stop getting rejected? That's what I've asked myself early in the career. How do I stop getting rejected? No, no, no. The question is, how do I stop rejection from messing up my rhythm? How do I stop rejection from messing up my rhythm? So I'm going to give you I call it my bounce back formula, which takes 60 seconds. So I'm going to give you a very simple framework. It's not complicated. It's not fancy. It just flat out works because it's based on reality. And here it is. Number one, it's three parts. So number one, label it. Number two, reset your body. Number three, take the next rep. That's it. Label it, reset your body, take the next rep. Let's break it down here. So step one, label it. Right after the call ends, before you do anything else, say this: that was rejection, and I'm feeling it. Right? Okay, this is not a woo-woo session. That's not therapy. It's a strategy. Because when you don't label it, it turns into like a fog, and the fog follows you, and you don't even realize it. You're just kind of adrift. But when you label it, you're in control again. You're basically telling your brain, okay, I see what's happening, noted, now we move on. So that's the first key to shortening the recovery time is label it. I just got rejected, right? Step two, reset your body. Look, confidence is physiological. It's posturing. Confidence is posturing. It's breathing. It's movement. It literally changes your state. You can, like, when somebody walks in the room confident, you can see it. That they're posturing. They're breathing. They're moving. It's just different. It's in a confident manner. So here's your reset. Reset your body. So after you get rejected, look, stand up, roll your shoulders back, take one deep breath in, a long, slow breath out. Do that like twice, 2 breaths, right? In, out. Do that like twice. That's it. And while you're doing it, say, I'm fine. Next call. I'm fine. Next call. Because the truth is, you don't need a 30-minute pep talk. You need a 10-second state change, right? The body leads the mind. When your body stays slumped, your mind stays slumped. When your body resets, your mind follows. So take breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out. I got this. Let's move on to the next. Step three, take the next rep immediately. So step three, this is the money step. This is the call the next person immediately step. And that's it. Not after you get ready, not after you go check something first, not after you reset your list thing, immediately. So label it, reset my body, breath in, breath out, put my shoulders back, make the next call. Immediately. Because the longer you wait, the bigger the rejection becomes. And here's a line that you can steal. That one was practice. Next call is money. That one was practice. Next call is money. Or I didn't get paid for the last call. I get paid for the next one. I don't get paid for the last call. I get paid for the next one. And by the way, this is why group calling sessions like Call Stars, where we all show up on Zoom every Monday through Thursday from 9:30 to 11:30 local time. We all sign on to Call Stars, and on this big group Zoom meeting, right? We spend the first 10 minutes talking about what we're gonna, who we're calling and what's our script for that day, and then we spend the next hour and 50 minutes making the calls together. We turn our mics down, our speakers down, so we don't hear it, but we see the energy of everybody and everybody else doing it. Right? That's the whole idea behind the group calling sessions and why it works so well and why the top producers, that's what they're doing, because the environment pulls you forward even when your emotions try to pull you back. I mean, when you're alone, left all by yourself, it's easy to drift, right? It's easy. It's not your fault. You're going to drift. But when you're in structure, you stay in motion. Hey there. Hey, if you're loving the tips so far, be sure to hit that subscribe button right down there and then tap the little bell so that you never miss out on more free, cool tips coming your way. Also, I would love to hear from you. Drop a comment beneath there. Let me know what you think or tell me what you'd like to hear next. All right. So let's talk about what happens when you don't bounce back fast. Like what can happen here? What happens is one rejection turns into avoidance. Avoidance turns into fewer phone calls. Fewer calls turns into fewer conversations turn to fewer appointments turn into fewer offers. Now I got fewer closings and fewer money, right? So yes, rejection is emotional, but then if we allow it to, it becomes financial. Because the real cost of rejection isn't the no. The real cost is the calls that you don't make afterwards, the prospecting you didn't make after that. And if you can learn to bounce back in like 60 seconds, you'll become unstoppable, right? That's the whole idea behind the call stars. Not because rejection stops happening, but because rejection stops controlling your day. Yeah, so in this business, I've made tens of millions of dollars, like a lot, like a whole lot. And it's only because, look, my close ratio, like when I go talk to a referral partner, only 16% say yes. Only 16% would actually start referring to me. In other words, if I met with 100 or when I met with 100, 84 would go, no thanks. I've already got a lender. I don't like you, whatever. Don't like the way you talk. Don't like the way you look, whatever. They rejected me. 16% say yes. And so understand that top producers and top earners, we don't get rejected less. We get rejected a lot more. We just don't let it stop us. We just keep going because I know the 16% rule. I'm not going to get half of them to refer to me. Well, this one realtor, they said this one borrower, they said, me too. I just did more. I just did a lot more. So what top producers do differently, like average producers personalize rejection. What they hear is I'm good, and so this is average producers, they hear I'm good, and internally they translate it into I'm not good enough. Top producers professionalize rejection. When they hear a borrower say I'm good, like an average producer, when they hear a realtor say, hey, I'm good, right? The average producer is hearing, well, what they're saying is they don't like me, or I'm not good enough, or I didn't bring enough value, or whatever. But top producers, they understand, they professionalize the rejection. They understand the 16% rule. When they hear a realtor or a borrower saying, hey, I'm good, no thank you, they just translate it. What we translate it is not now, or maybe it's not a fit, or wrong timing, which kind of goes back to not now. And then we move on, right? Top producers don't attach our identity to the outcome of one call. I hear loan officers, they'll call me up sometimes. They say, Carl, I had this one call. Me too, right? Me too. So top producers don't attach their identity to the outcome of one call. They attach their identity to the process. They're proud of being consistent. That's what makes them so good, is the consistency. All right. Here's what I want you to do. For the next week, I want you to track one thing: recovery time. Not dials, not contacts, not appointments, recovery time. And after rejection, how long before you make the next call? Is it 10 minutes? Is it 5 minutes? Is it 30 minutes? Is it an hour? No shame. There's no shame in this number. It's just to become aware, because whatever you measure improves. So I want you to set that goal. Set a goal that tomorrow your goal is 2 minutes. Like when somebody says no, within the next 2 minutes, I'm going to make another call. And then after that, 90 seconds. And then after that, 60 seconds. So each time make it shorter. And when you do that, eventually it becomes automatic. So when you get that next rejection, you got 2 minutes to make the next call. And then after that, you got 90 seconds to make the next call. And after that, less than 60 seconds to make the call. Just trust me on this. It just becomes automatic. You don't think about it. You just bounce. Here, let me give you a little internal script here real quick. Because the voice in your head after rejection matters. So here's a great one. Okay, like this would be the internal script that you'd say to sell. You got rejected, and you go, okay, that one wasn't my person. The next call might be my person, and my job is to stay in motion. Or That call, that last rejection does not define me. My consistency defines me. Or even like an old friend of mine would say, "Cool, that's just that one no is closer to my next yes." Like I don't care how you say it. Hell, I don't even care if you say it at all. You got to just make that next call, whether you feel like it or not. And look, I know this sounds simple, but that's the point. It doesn't need to be complicated. You just need to be repeatable. All right. So here's the big takeaway that I want you to have today. Rejection is part of prospecting, and prospecting is absolutely directly correlated to income. So don't fight rejection. Just simply train your bounce back, shorten your recovery time, because your income is often hiding inside the calls that you make. And right after you didn't feel like making calls, that's where the money is. Right? That's where the confidence is built. That's where momentum is protected. So, all right. Hey, quick thing before you go. If you're listening to this and thinking, hey, Carl, I like the idea of structure. I like the idea of scripts. I like the idea of momentum. But I want to see what you guys actually do. How can you help me? Perfect. Let's do a quick demo. No pressure, no weird sales stuff. We'll literally walk you through everything we have here at the Mortgage and Marketing Animals. We'll show you about the call stars and overcoming the call reluctance, the alliance, all the boot camps, all the different things that we have over here. We'll show you the systems, the structure, the tracking, the scripts, the routines, the results, and most importantly, we'll show you how to make more offers. Make more offers. When you make more offers, you'll get more closings. And by the way, you can do it without feeling like you're consistently reinventing the wheel, right? It's just a walkthrough. Like we'll just give you a little demo. So a kind of like what here's all the stuff that's in our toolbox kind of thing. Like take a peek in our toolbox, see if there's anything that you like in there. So just go to mmademo.com. That's MMA, which stands for Mortgage Marketing Animals, mmademo.com. That'll ask you a couple questions. It'll take you to a calendar, pick a time and day that works best for you, and we'll just simply walk you through it. Like very cool, simple, non-salesy. mmademo.com. So, all right, my friend, go shorten that recovery time, understand what it is, talk to you when you call in, and I'll see you on the next episode of Loan Officer Freedom. Thanks again, everybody. Bye bye. Shorten that recovery time. It's really just that simple.